Yo, what are you saying, people? Welcome back to the channel. My name is DJ Kiz Walsh and welcome to a brand new video comparing the Numark Platinum FX with a Pioneer DDJ-SB3. So in today's video, we're going to be battling it out between potentially the two best entry-level controllers for Serato DJ Lite, and that is the Platinum FX and the Pioneer DDJ-SB3. So the Numark Platinum FX just came out a couple of weeks ago, and there's been a massive spark of interest online for this DJ system, and rightly so. It does look really good. It looks really interesting. The paddle system and the layout looks really cool, as well as those screens in the jog wheels. I can definitely understand why people are interested in this controller. So what I thought I'd do, as I always do with new DJ systems, is make a video comparing the Numark FX with its rival competitor. The competitor to the Platinum FX is the Pioneer DDJ-SB3. These two systems are both entry-level DJ systems designed for Serato DJ Lite, and they both cost £250. So comparing these two is going to be very, very interesting. Before we do get into the comparison, however, do make sure you are subscribed to the channel for more videos just like this one, and also be sure to drop the video a like if this video does help you. And if you are interested in learning how to DJ, then visit my DJ school. The link is in the description. It's also in the I button. But without further ado, let's get into comparing these two controllers. So both of these controllers run off Serato DJ Lite. It's what comes out of the box with these controllers. Serato DJ Lite is an introduction DJ software. So basically, when you first download this software and you first start using it, it simplifies the Serato full version so that you can actually learn the software a little bit easier. It takes away some of the features and makes it a little bit more simple, allows you to focus on the things that matter when you are a new DJ. So both of these systems have very limited features in terms of what's capable compared to other systems, especially Rekordbox systems, which comes with the full software like the DDJ-400 or any system that's above that. But that's not to be put off, because if you are a new DJ, then Serato DJ Lite is actually going to allow you to learn DJing a lot more simply. It's going to allow you to get your foot in the door with a little bit more ease. The only problem is when you do hit the cap of that Serato DJ Lite software, you are going to have to pay for an upgrade. Now, it's not that expensive, but of course it's worth bearing in mind that when you are buying this controller, that down the line you probably will have to upgrade your software, and it will cost you some extra money. The next thing to compare is the mixer section, and both mixers come with a 3-band EQ with a trim knob and a filter knob as well. Of course, both come with the standard channel faders and crossfaders. Both systems have a vinyl mode button, so you can click that and you can choose whether you want to be able to scratch with that or just nudge the track with the jog wheels. The biggest difference between these two systems is how the effects are laid out. The Numark Platinum FX actually features a paddle system which comes from other Numark systems, especially more high-end Numark systems. The paddle system allows you to temporarily turn on an effect while you hold it down, and as soon as you let go, the effect will turn back off. Or you can press the paddle up and it will stay up, which means the effect will stay on until you pull that paddle back down, and then the effect will go off. This is something that is very well implemented on pieces of scratch equipment for scratch DJs, and something that I'm actually happy to see now in an entry-level controller, because hopefully it's going to inspire some new beginner DJs to maybe try some scratching and to get into that scratching side of DJing. Above the paddle system comes with 6 effects. One thing that I am a little bit disappointed in the Platinum FX is that it does only have 6 effects available. Now, this isn't directly the Platinum FX's fault, because there are only 6 effects available in Serato DJ Lite. There are only 6 effects available also on the DDJ-SB3. Now, of course, if you upgrade your software, you will unlock a lot more effects, so that's something to bear in mind. However, on the Pioneer DDJ-SB3, we have a 3-button section at the top, so we can choose 3 different effects and we can assign them to a different button, and we can choose to turn those effects on and off just by clicking the button of each relevant effect. We also have a parameter knob on both the SB3 and the Platinum FX. There are 4 pad functions on the bottom of the Platinum FX: hot cue, auto loop, fader cuts, and sampler. Now, these 4 pad functions aren't the most creative functions on the planet. There are definitely some creative opportunity there, but compared to other DJ systems, these features are a little bit more strict back. Again, you can point that towards it being Serato DJ Lite, and they can't actually put too much creativity there on the pad functions because it's not available in Serato DJ Lite. And of course, because this system is designed for Serato DJ Lite, they have to bear that in mind when mapping out the pad functions. However, the Pioneer DDJ-SB3 actually has 8 pad functions: hot cues, FX fade, pad scratch, sampler, beat jump, roll slicer, and a trans effect. Now, you've got to give the edge here to the Pioneer DDJ-SB3 for having all those extra features on the bottom of the system. Just allows you to be more creative. Also, it's worth mentioning that the Platinum FX, although it does feature 8 performance pads down at the bottom, you can only use 4 of those performance pads. The bottom 4 performance pads are used to search between the track. You can click one to jump to the start of the track, click one to jump to your recent cue point, and also fast forward and rewind the track using some of those buttons. So there are actually only 4 buttons you can use for your hot cues and your other pad functions. However, on the Pioneer DDJ-SB3, with some of the pad functions, you can get 8 full pads. Again, this just edges the pad functions debate for the Pioneer DDJ-SB3 because it just allows you to have more creative ability when you're in the mix. And the more pads that you have available to use just means that you have more options and will allow your mixes to be more creative and better. One place where the Platinum FX does smash the DDJ-SB3 is with the tempo adjust. Platinum FX features a massive 4-inch tempo adjust. This is one that we see on really high-end systems, whereas the Pioneer DDJ-SB3 features a much smaller tempo adjust. And I can personally tell you, having a larger tempo adjust is a massive thing. You will always find on those really small tempo adjusts like the SB3 has, it's really hard to get a really tight mix. You can't get the bang on decimal point that you want. You always have to settle for a little bit less or a little bit more, and it just makes your mixing experience a little bit harder. So having a massive tempo adjust, a 4-inch tempo adjust, is really big for the Platinum FX. Now, another massive difference between these two systems is that the Platinum FX features screens in the middle of the jog wheels. Now this is massive because of course we don't really see screens on low-end equipment. Having screens in the middle of your jog wheels is so important. It allows your mixes to be tighter. It allows you to see all the information you need just looking at the controller. Of course, you're going to be able to see whereabouts in the track you're playing, key of the track, BPM. Having that information available to you in the mix is a massive thing. Now, of course, the Pioneer DDJ-SB3 has no screens in the middle of the jog wheels. It has no information, live information, there on the controller. So you've got to give a massive edge to the Platinum FX for that debate. Also, the jog wheels on the Platinum FX are 6-inch, whereas the SB3 only feature 4-inch jog wheels. Now that's massive. Having bigger jog wheels is a much bigger thing. It's going to allow you to be a little bit tighter with those beat matches, and also it just feels a lot better. Having bigger jog wheels allows you to feel a lot more creative in the mix, especially for stuff like scratching. Bigger jog wheels will always trump smaller jog wheels. The Platinum FX features both size headphone jacks, whereas the SB3 only features the small headphone jack. Both systems feature a microphone input with a microphone control volume knob, and both systems feature an RCA master output. Both systems feature 4-deck control. Although both systems only have a 2-channel mixer, it is possible to be able to mix 4 channels while using these controllers. Now, it is a little bit difficult. It does involve pulling faders down, switching over decks and pushing faders back up. It can get a little bit confusing in the mix, especially for a beginner. But I always say if the capabilities are there, then it's a good thing. So because these can't be split in terms of this, because they both have 4 decks, then there's no debate to be had. But it's definitely a good thing comparing to other entry-level DJ systems that we're not talking about in this video, that these systems have 4 decks available to mix on. Both systems feature a loop section where you can do manual and auto loops. And the next thing to discuss is the build quality of these two systems. Now, the Platinum FX actually has a really high-end build system. Now, I'm not just talking about the screens and the size of the jogs and the tempo adjust and all that good stuff that comes with the visual pleasingness of the Platinum FX. I'm talking about how it feels in your hand. How cheap does it feel? And I haven't touched the system myself, but I've heard from a lot of DJs that I trust, and I've watched a lot of reviews, and I've read online that the Platinum FX's build quality is incredible. It feels like a higher end piece of equipment. That's why people were so surprised at the price of this thing, because the build quality is incredible. Whereas the SB3 is built with plastic, it does look a lot cheaper. You have to say, putting these two side by side, it looks like one is almost should be twice the price of the other. And of course, I'm talking about the Platinum FX. It looks like the much better system, you know, to the eye. And the SB3 is a little bit notorious for having a cheaper build. So although this isn't a massive point and you can take it with a pinch of salt, it is worth bearing in mind that the Pioneer DDJ-SB3 does have a lower build quality than the Platinum FX, and that could sway your opinion if you're still debating which one you should get. Now again, we've already mentioned the price of these two controllers, and they both come in at around $250, £250, which means they cannot be split for price. So it really does come down to what system has the better features, what system is the best one to buy. And I'm going to give you my opinion in just a second. But of course, first of all, I'm going to say that it's worth upgrading to Serato DJ Pro if you can do, because you're going to unlock a lot more features and the controller is going to be a lot more powerful if you do upgrade. Now, of course, you don't have to upgrade at first. If you're a beginner, why would you upgrade? You're still learning the Serato DJ Lite software. But once you upgrade, you're going to unlock a lot more effects and a lot more features. They're going to allow you to be a lot more creative in the mix. So it's worth saying that you should buy this controller or buy either one of these controllers with the intention to upgrade your software down the line, because it's going to allow your mixes to be a lot more creative. So my personal opinion is that the Numark Platinum FX is the controller to buy between these two. And the reason for that is the screens in the middle of the jog wheels, the tempo adjust, and the size of the jog wheels, and throw the build quality in there as well. For me, the Platinum FX is a better system. Now, I know there's a little bit more creativity on the SB3, and you know, I know that people like to get into that Pioneer side of products, and typically in my videos I do tend to side with Pioneer, but this should give you guys an indication of how highly I think of this Platinum FX. The build quality and the extra features you get on there, like the screen and the tempo adjust, is just too much to pass down for the price. $250, I think you are getting an absolute bargain there. And if you was to put these two controllers next to each other and have a little go on each of them, I think 9 out of 10 people would side with the Platinum FX. The paddle system looks like a lot of fun, and the FX button system above the paddles is definitely a lot better thought out for the effects than the SB3. I just think overall, generally speaking, the Platinum FX is a much better DJ system, and if you guys are debating which one to get, I genuinely think you should go with the Platinum FX. That's not saying that the SB3 is a bad controller by any means. If you do decide to get the SB3, you'll be over the moon. It's still a fantastic controller, but I just think for your money, the Platinum FX is the way to go. So if you have enjoyed this comparison video, then of course do drop the video a like, and if you aren't already subscribed, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.